So as a late diagnosed autistic person, you've probably had people say something like, well, you seem so different now, and why are you so different now? Well, the difference is, it's not that we're any different, it's just that we now have validation and we now have understanding about who we are, and the way our brains work. And we may come across a little bit different because we've accepted who we are. And whereas in years past we may have masked heavily, this is very common in autistic people, especially in women. We mask to fit in, we mask to copy people, and to understand how to fit in social environments and situations. And perhaps now we're not doing that so much. And we are more comfortable in not giving eye contact, or perhaps not socialising as much as we used to, because we used to think that's what we had to do. So we would go into the situations and mask and then come away exhausted, even though we may have looked like we've had a really great time or we were the life and soul of the party. That may not necessarily be the case. Inside, we may have been struggling really badly and couldn't wait to get home, but we weren't going to let that show. So it's not that we're different, it's just that we have dropped the mask somewhat, not completely. I mean, I would say I mask a huge amount less than I used to. Certainly, I don't compromise myself in the way that I used to compromise myself. So I'm a lot happier saying no to things that I know are going to make me feel very uncomfortable, social situations. Whereas before I used to feel pressured to do certain things. So no, I'm not different. I am me. I've always been me. It's just that what you're seeing now is the real me. And there will be people who don't like that. They don't like the person that you are when you drop the mask, or certainly drop the mask more of the time. And perhaps you stim more in public, or you stim more around your friends and family, and you didn't used to do that. You used to hide that and make that just a private thing. There could be so many reasons why you have come to terms and sort of dropped the act, for want of a better phrase. And no one has the right to tell you that they, that you're not as nice as you used to be, or any of those things. That's their problem. If they don't like the person, your true autistic self, then they can just bog off, as far as I'm concerned. I am who I am. I am an autistic woman, and that's fine. If I'm okay with it, then you certainly should be okay with it. Because you don't have to live my life, you don't have to be in my brain, and you don't have to have my challenges. But yeah, so that is in answer to the question that I have had is, oh, but you're so different now. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just being true to myself. And that's the way it's going to stay. So like it or lump it. So have you experienced similar as a late diagnosed autistic person? Have you had people say similar things to you? And how have you reacted to that? Have you dropped the mask somewhat, maybe completely, maybe just a little bit, and become more true to yourself, giving yourself more accommodations for your needs, and just being kinder? I'd love to know what your thoughts on the matter are, and how you are, and I hope you are well and embracing your autism.